Box art is probably the interchangeable first, second, third thing you think about whenever a game that you enjoy is brought up. Well, maybe just the general top 10. Personally, I think of a game's soundtrack, and then everything else comes afterwards. Like, I've been blasting the Colgera battle theme for the past week, and like, can you blame me? I couldn't have been the only one to fucking bust when I heard the Dragon Roost theme come up out of nowhere for the first time. Box art is one of those things you look at whenever you pick up a game, or more modernly, since people are downloading everything now, when you open up your game library. They're like book covers for your games. They feature art on them that represents the game's content, like this art for Final Fantasy. With its beautiful looking minimalistic design, the simplicity of the white background has become the Final Fantasy staple. And then we have this cool guy with a sword. What's he looking at? A lot of box art differs from region to region, most notably
I mean, it's alright, like... Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
Not all regional changes are very good. A lot of games can look really good in one country and not very good in the other. I guess you can say those regional changes weren't very reasonable. I'll workshop it. Someone give me the rim shot. Just look at the box art for Ocarina of Time. Link proudly posing on the horse as it triumphantly stands. And then we got... Where you Link at? How do you fumble this bad? The Japanese version had such a beautiful feel to it, almost like a Final Fantasy cover. And then you got beige. I hope you like beige. So we have red, pink, blue, and then Link, who's known for wearing green. Beige. Can we get another color? Beige. I have no idea why they went with that color, but I don't even hate it. It's just the comparison to the Japanese box art. And I hate romanticizing everything that Japan does. Like, of course it's not perfect, it's a place with humans in it, but in this case, weebs can be right here sometimes because Japan just does it better. There are times where Japan focuses a bit too much on the cutesy and attractive shit, like with the Lollipop Chainsaw pixel box art. I understand the point is to clash this super pink and glittery character with this morbid zombie world, but the Japanese box art just kinda doesn't look like a zombie game. I mean, it's dynamic, so you've got that, but at the same time, it's just a girl with a chainsaw, and that's not Mimir. The American box art just does a better job here by including the zombies. Like, the Americans can do a good job. Let me get a USA real quick. Alright, stop, because I'm still mad about the Zelda shit. It just upsets me. I don't know why they chose beige. Like, why would they do that? And then it somewhat And then it became somewhat of a staple for a while. I swear, I can't with y'all sometimes. Just take the boy and put him on the damn horse, goddammit. There's also this trend with a lot of cute, squishy characters in box art, especially with Kirby. The second he leaves Japan, he's just angry about shit. I want to go home. Like, look at him. He's the boy. He's just the little dude doing little dude things. And then the American version's like... I don't know why the West hates cute shit sometimes, but if you're aware of the lore, the implications that an angry Kirby brings are not desirable. Another trend I've noticed is this lazy formula for box art and covers recently, where it's just the main character looking forward. This isn't exactly a regional thing, it's more of a modernization kind of thing. Instead of these dynamic poses that convey the adventure ahead, it's just turned into, damn, I'm so cool for walking down this dimly lit alleyway with a miscellaneous weapon in my hand. Of course, this can work sometimes, but most covers that do that aren't really doing their respective games justice. It's almost a little misleading. Like, Uncharted 2 has this cool art of Nathan Drake holding onto a cliff. Like that one guy. You know that one guy, right? You know, right? There's this sense of danger. Does he fall off a cliff and explode and die in this game? It looks cool and gives off a dynamic vibe. Uncharted 3 is kind of in this mid-ground. He's still doing the pose, but at least there's something behind it to kind of justify the posing. Like, he's just laid a mechanical dragon or something. And the collection art is also pretty good. I like the sandy looking color and the lower, almost transparent image of Nathan. Almost as if he's an image representing nostalgia and reminiscence. At least that's how I perceive it. I do kind of wish he was doing a cooler pose, but having Nate stand there most likely works better for the whole thinking about all the games that led up to now kind of moment. Then the Uncharted 4 cover just looks like a Resident Evil game. It's so dark looking and drab. It just doesn't feel like an Uncharted cover. Like, there are times where the light is low, but the game never really looks like that. Look back to Drake's Fortune. No, not that one. What the fuck? Sure, Nate is static, but at least he's putting some effort into the pose. And this is complemented by the safari-looking aesthetic that the leaves and skull wrap the art up in. It really makes you feel like Nathan Drake. I think this formula is so popular now because of the direction the perception of cool is nowadays. A lot of people, especially Americans, find straight faces and deadpan stares whenever something crazy is happening to be cool, which is probably why there's been an uproar in blankly staring protagonists in more recent game covers. Hey, what are you two looking at? The fight's over there. I think one of my favorite covers ever might be the Kingdom Hearts one, for the first game on the PS2. No matter what, it'll always be Sora looking beyond and having his friends behind him supporting him. That's the staple of Kingdom Hearts, because that's what Kingdom Hearts is about. There's obviously other themes, but come on, it's a Square Enix game. But then there's this. I don't hate it exactly, don't get me wrong. It's a way less stylistic than the older game's box art, but I'll give it a pass out of bias for a certain meme I enjoy. Now, not all box art needs to be some cool backflip or a guy jumping out a fucking window. One of my favorites, which I played recently, has such an atmospheric feeling. Its box art features Iko and his friend as they walk alone in this bleak looking area, which is exactly how the game feels. You're dropped into this place, this dark location, you have no clue where the hell you are, protecting this girl and almost seeking comfort in not being alone in this drab looking, discomforting area. And then we have this lazy close-up like he's some determined RPG protagonist. Bro, thinking Cloud Stripe, you're not that guy, bro. Speaking of atmosphere, the Street Fighter Alpha art is probably my favorite of the Street Fighter box arts. The art of Ryu and Akuma, or Goki if you prefer his cooler name, staring at each other is so good. The young, determined Ryu looks directly into the face of malice itself, Akuma. You can just feel the beef in that image. It's so expressive, there's no way they can fuck this up, right?
One day you will have to answer for your actions, and God will not be so merciful.
I just miss cooler looking box art, along with the energetic and dynamic posing characters doing them. Not all of them are really good. Sometimes the poses are over dramatic or just don't look good. And of course there are times where dynamics aren't really needed. Like in the Metal Gear Solid franchise, you just get to look at Yoji Shinkawa's really beautiful art, and honestly that's enough for me. The sharp edges in Yoji's art really complements Snake's serious face, and in a white background, it really fits him perfectly. But when it's just some hyper-realistic middle-aged guy just walking with a weapon in his hand, it's kind of boring. But of course, that's just my opinion. Tell me what you think cool box art looks like in the comment section below. And while you're at it, hit that follow button. Let's go.